Sims 4, we'll be building bedrooms for all 12 signs of the zodiac. We'll be finishing off this sorority house, which I actually built in my previous video, and we also built all the common rooms to represent their elements and their signs. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it down below. Also, in the last video, I asked you guys to tell me in the comments your sign and how you would like your bedroom for your sign to be decorated in this video. So I compiled a huge list of answers, and we're gonna incorporate that into the build today. So I think I want to start off again upstairs with the earth signs. And I think we'll start off with, let's do Virgo. So I think for each sign, I made a little graphic to explain a little bit about each one. I'll put that on the screen. And then also for the Virgo bedrooms, the comment said we're looking for a bedroom where everything has a right place. We're gonna have many plants and flowers. The color scheme is gonna be earth tones, so a lot of greens and browns. But we also want to see some rusty orange and dusty pink. Rusty and dusty combo. Let's go. So I think for my Virgo room, I want to go for something soft, maybe a little classy, and I was thinking about going vintage. I'm going to be trying to use this orange wallpaper, and I think we're going to start off by finding a bed. I really like this one here from Discovery University if we can get it in the right color. Like, this is what I was thinking. And then I think Discovery University also has a matching rug. Like, maybe we try this. I already want to soften the lighting in here, so I'm going to dim some pink lighting and maybe a little bit of orange, but I'm bringing down the dimmer. I was thinking about using this stand-up mirror from Get Famous. And for this bedroom, I'm going for clean and organized. I don't really want to put clutter on the floor, but I don't really want it to be too minimalistic either. Like, I still want it to be cozy, but this Virgo is going to want to come home to a nice clean bedroom. So I'm using these lights here from Cottage Living, and I'm thinking for my end tables, I might just use these ones here from Base Game. I definitely want to bring in a lot more greenery, so I'm going to incorporate in the hanging blooming rooms plant and potentially also these curtains, but in that like pinky green swatch. I want to use one of these Base Game mirrors. I might put 2 of them above the bed. I also think we need to break up that orange a little more, so I'm going to go in with these curtains from My Wedding Stories. I think I'm going to bring them along this wall here too. I'm going to try and combine them so that we're not really covering the windows, but the curtains are there, you know? And then for my dresser, what about this one here from Cottage Living? We can put something calming on there, maybe some candles. I was actually thinking about the one from Vintage Glamour. Like this one here, maybe in that pinky swatch. We'll get some flowers on there, and I was thinking also about putting a couch. If we can fit it, the one with the blanket from High School Years, this one, but in more of a plain swatch, like just like that. I need to bring in a little bit more greenery, so I'm gonna use these curtains and raise them up, so there's just gonna be a little hanging piece in there. In my Create a Sim video where we made Sims for all the zodiacs, the Virgo that I made was like a wellness instructor or was like owning a wellness business. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of that right there with the idea that it would be hiding if the door was open. And I also wanted to add a notebook right by the bed. I started to do this in an attempt to get my life to be a little bit more organized. I bought a really cute planner and I've been putting it like beside my bed at night. So for the next day, I'll just write down all my things I have to do. I bought these really cute gel pens that smell really nice, which honestly healed my inner child a little bit. So that is what this Virgo is gonna do. They're gonna have their little journal there. I also added some hanging clothes over there by the door. We've got that leaf wall decal from Eco Lifestyle and just a couple candles to pull it all together. So this is our Virgo bedroom. I feel like it's so classy and pretty. It's put together, but still feels very inviting. I think next I want to do Taurus. And by the way, you'll notice that I adjusted all of the bedrooms so that there isn't just one bigger bedroom. I apologize to all the Scorpios who wanted to claim the bigger bedroom. I had to keep it fair. Okay, so for the Taurus, in the comments I read, we want plants, maybe a vintage vibe mixed with some music, with a good closet, and the color that represents Taurus is usually a deep green. All right, I'm gonna do my best with the deep greens that we have in this game. I'm always saying I feel like we need better green swatches, but maybe we'll try this one for now. So a Taurus is generally going to be the one who really enjoys nice things. They're the ones that are working really hard to purchase nice big items. So I'm going to give them the Modern Luxe bed. Maybe we can tie in a little bit of Modern Luxe decor. But what if we built in this big, elegant looking shelf over the bed? I'm using these mirrors here right now from Growing Together. Like, what if we use these Base Game shelves and just connect them onto the mirrors that I just put? And then over top of there, we can stack up some plants, maybe some cozy candles, maybe a bit of book clutter in here. So I'm gonna add that there from the Book Nook kit. I really liked how the Wedding Stories curtains looked in the Virgo room, so I'm gonna use these again. And for the Taurus, you guys asked for a big closet, so I'm gonna build one out right here. I'm gonna take some wooden columns and we'll just open it up completely with some spandrels, kind of keeping with that earthy vibe a little bit. And then in there, I want to bring in the record player. So I think I'm gonna add that right in here in pink. And this sim is going to be really into music, so I can add a microphone, maybe a guitar in here. And then I'm gonna hang some clothes up using the Modern Luxe shelves, but I'm gonna have to combine them with the Dream Home Decorator ones. So what I'm gonna do is actually just shrink the shelf down and we're gonna hide it, but I'm gonna put 2 of them here. And then what I'm gonna do is take the Dream Home Decorator clothes or the high school years or the horse ranch ones, but now we can connect it right onto that shelf and we can hide the other shelf with a box or clutter or like literally anything. We're gonna use some vintage glamour flowers. Ooh, also with this cute little flower here from Dine Out. I feel like I always forget about that one, but it's so cute and dainty. Okay, so that's coming along over there. I was also thinking about putting a vanity. So maybe we can bring in the vintage glamour one, maybe with a high school year's chair. And I'm loving the combination of the pink in here too. So I'm gonna use that from Snowy Escape. We could definitely also use a bookshelf over here. So I think I'm gonna combine a couple of them. These are from the Book Nook kit. And then on there, I want to put a bunch of like cute vintage clutter. So I'm gonna put that clock. We could also maybe put some jewelry or a nice watch on display. All right, so here's how our Taurus bedroom turned out. We've got our bed over here, and then I also added a little bit more clutter. So we've got our bookshelf with all our knickknacks. I changed over the desk we had from Vintage Glamour to this vanity, and I also added the Modern Luxe TV on top, just so when they're getting ready, they could watch something if they want to. And then we have our closet area over here, which I added, again, just a little extra stuff in here. We've got some shoe clutter down there, a water bottle, and with that, we're ready to move on to the final earth sign, which is the Capricorn. So all the Capricorn comments are saying they want a calming room, lots of books, lots of plants, maybe something like a cozy book nook or reading area, lots of pillows, and the color scheme for Capricorns is generally brown and gray. All right, so for the Capricorn bed, I was thinking about maybe using this one here from Growing Together, and then maybe underneath that we add like a nice big fluffy rug. We can also add to the comfy factor by adding a couple extra pillows. Ever since we got the Modern Luxe kit, I've been doing this non-stop, so I just add like 3 pillows, and I like to push them as far back as possible so your Sims heads don't like disappear into them. So it just ends up looking like that. Then maybe we could try and use the matching Growing Together dresser, and I definitely want to add their own personal desk in this one. Maybe something smaller so it doesn't take up a whole lot of space like this one from Parenthood. We'll give them a computer, they can have their own peace and quiet when they want to study. And I think we need to warm up the lighting in here a little bit. I'm gonna start adding these here from Growing Together, and this time I think I'm gonna use some Modern Luxe curtains. Ever since we got these ones with like the bar that goes across like this, I feel like I cannot use any other curtains. Like they just do not compare. I really hope this becomes like a standard for the curtains. And we need more greenery in here. I'm gonna add these, kind of like layering them behind the curtains that I just put. And we also need more book clutter. So I'm gonna take some of these. These are from the Book Nook kit. They actually act as little tables. So we'll add some by the computer, maybe up like behind the computer as well. Oh, this little light from Werewolves could be so cute in here. And then we need to work on that reading area. So I'm gonna try and find a big bookshelf. Oh, maybe we could do this one from Seasons because it has little like earthy elements in there. Maybe we could use some of the Snowy Escape chairs. I love that these ones have the little blanket draped over it. So I'm gonna add those. Maybe another fluffy rug. Let's use these end tables here from Horse Ranch. Maybe just with some cozy candles like that. And okay, what if we, this is random, but what if we put a grandfather clock in here? Kind of going for that like light academia look, which I did see in the comments as well a lot. And actually, now that I think about it, this sim that we created for Capricorn, they also had a very light academia look as well. Oh, you know what we need in here? These, the Capricorn is represented by the sea goat. It has the horns there. So yeah, we're gonna add this wall decor from Horse Ranch. All right, so this is our Capricorn bedroom. We have tons of books. I added even more book clutter around. Like over there, I added a cute vintage windowsill, which I love to do it when I feel like a room needs a little something extra. Some book clutter on there, some plants. And then over to this side, we have another cozy reading spot with a little extra book clutter that I just put on the bookshelf. For the balcony for the earth side, I ended up coming out here and obviously using some planters. We've got some greenhouse clutter out here, some more plants, as well as a comfy book nook set with some candles to come out here and relax. Okay, so that's it for the earth signs. Next, we're gonna move across the hall to water. We're gonna start over here with Cancer. And for the Cancer decor, you guys are saying you wanted fluffy rugs, moon decor, since Cancer is ruled by the moon, a mini fridge so they don't have to leave, pillows, blankets, calming colors, and generally the Cancer color scheme is white and silver. So like I told you guys in the last video, I am a Cancer, and I'm actually moving very soon in like 2 weeks now, and I cannot wait to turn my bedroom at the new place into a sanctuary. 99% of the time if I'm at home, I'm either working or chilling in bed. So this bed is going to be a safe haven. I'm gonna raise up these little campers fairy lights, and I'm gonna put them all the way around this bed. If you wanted to, you could also do this trick with like the base game starlights, and again, just like raising them up and attaching them on. These ones are just easier to control because they don't stick to the wall, and that just instantly like personalized the room a little bit. I'm gonna use the moon mirror here from Werewolves, and I was thinking about maybe using some of the paranormal end tables, like these ones in white. We could also maybe like raise up the jungle adventure mirror on top of there. And I think for curtains this time, I'm gonna use these ones here from the Desert Luxe kit. I love the mini fridge idea so that we don't have to leave the room. And for that reason, I'm also gonna put a desk in here, and this one is from Werewolves. I'm going for more like whimsical vibes. We're gonna see that a lot across all of the water signs. And for my dresser, I think I'm gonna use this tall one here from High School Years. I did also really want a meditation area, and this is gonna fit our comfy theme. All we have to do is add a couple pillows. I just want to make sure we have room. Maybe we could put this one here by the window. I was thinking we could also add the basket of blankets here from Eco Lifestyle. I might actually add a chair over here. Maybe just this one here from Paranormal. Ooh, also we could add some ceiling decor. Maybe we add these stars here. We're definitely adding both moon lamps, and maybe also this crystal lamp here from Realm of Magic. I'm also searching the gallery for some cute moon art, and I found this collection here from Miss Pie 03. Okay, so here's what our Cancer bedroom turned out like. I moved my meditation pillows over here to the corner, and I added a stool, some extra pillows around. Over here, we've got our computer area with some incense. I also added some more candles and just some like cute clutter here with some starlights. And then going this way, we have tons of pillows and blanket clutter. I also added some crystals over there on the dresser, just like charging them from the moon. And I love it in here. I feel like it's so cozy. But next we're gonna be going for a totally different vibe with the Scorpio. So for the Scorpio, a lot of the comments were saying they wanted darker colors, maybe a little element of music like the record player. They wanted like a dark academia, maybe a dark siren theme, low lighting, and Scorpio color schemes are already pretty dark. We're gonna be focusing a lot around black, dark blue, and purple. So I already know for the lighting in here, we are going dark blue. And the wallpaper I'm going for in here is from Vintage Glamour. I think we need to bring out the Realm of Magic bed. This one is so pretty, but I also really like this one. For my curtains, I'm also going to use Vintage Glamour. I feel like this is such a cool sign. I'm so into the dark aesthetic. It's got a very moody element to it. Scorpios are often mistaken as a fire sign because they can be a little fiery. So to represent that, I'm going to put a fireplace. I think maybe this is where we could put our record player. Like we can add that right there. And maybe I'll give them a bookshelf in here too. Like I'll add that one right by the bed. I did want to also add some seating. So I was thinking about adding these poofs here from City Living. We could also maybe put a couple of them around. Like maybe I can put one here. Over in this corner, I'm adding these shelves here from High School Years. We could add a mirror over here. Oh, maybe this dark blue vase from Horse Ranch. And I also want to bring in a little gothic element with these candles here from Realm of Magic. I'm gonna also add some fairy lights above here. And I was also thinking about adding this shell chair from City Living. We're gonna have a mixture of the fire and the water here. I think Modern Luxe also has some blue pillows, so we can kind of make this a little comfier here. I do still need a dresser, so I'm thinking about using these trunks here from Werewolves, maybe with a plant here in the background, and I need to download some more art. And here is what our Scorpio room ended up looking like. This one might be my favorite so far. I love the aesthetic in here. I feel like it does still look cozy, but they're probably not gonna want you in here unless you were asked. Fair warning to all Sims. I downloaded some art here from Banshee HVO. All of the art from now on in this video will probably be from that. And this is the clutter that I did over on this side. I added a little bit of occult stuff in here, like we've got a spellcasting book. Disregard my doors glitching here. But yeah, a little occult stuff, a little bit of jewelry and perfume. And this is how we're gonna leave the Scorpio bedroom. Next, moving on to the final one we're gonna do for the water signs, which is Pisces. So in the comments, the Pisces were saying they wanted to see a lot of clutter, but specifically very artistic clutter. Pisces tend to be very creative, so that makes sense. We're gonna see a lot of sea greens, blues. I saw water fairy vibe, which I'm all about. So for my flooring, I'm gonna do eco lifestyle, and I think eco lifestyle has a really nice like light green, kind of like a minty green, but we can manipulate it with lighting. And next we need a bed. Pisces is represented by the two fish, so this is probably gonna be the most watery one we see. So I think I'm gonna use this bed here from high school years. It has all the colors I want. And in the back here, maybe we could use these mirrors from Vintage Glamour because they kind of have that green that I'm looking for. But we can turn that into maybe a little like closet space. And this is also where we can start to put our clutter. So I know the everyday clutter kit has like some artistic clutter, like they've got that notepad there with some pens. We also have this here, which is I think like a tablet, but then I also want to add like functional clutter. So for creative clutter, we could use maybe this knitting bag. There's also the box for cross stitching, so we could put that over here. And for the lighting, I might do a gradient. I'm gonna leave the one light as is, but this one over here, I'm adding a blue tint to it. I definitely want to add an easel over here, so maybe I'll put that over in this corner and we can surround it with like, maybe they're a little messier when they paint, so I'm gonna add this little tarp underneath. And maybe for seating, I could go in with these here from high school years. There's also this one we could use. Oh, that's so cute actually, with the little moons and rainbows. I don't think I've ever used that swatch, but maybe I can move these around like over here. And then for my dresser, I think I'm gonna use this one over here from high school years, basically just so I can add stuff in that shelf. Like we can maybe add the craft kit. Oh, there's actually this here too with like the scissors and everything. And okay, this might be weird and it might work. I'm picturing like the two fish, and I was gonna try and incorporate these here from luxury party stuff. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Okay, I figured it out. Here's what I did. So I did actually end up keeping those luxury party stuff, like weird lamps, but I tried to pull it together over the bed with those fish. The fish are actually from Dine Out, and I don't know, I normally don't use those, but I feel like just making the shape over the bed ended up looking really cool. I added some paintings over here. Maybe they made them themselves. And I tried to combine the green with the blue a little better. So we've got like the blue dresser with the lighter green kind of like chairs. And then over here, I kept the high school years chair with just some more clutter going on the dressers. You can kind of see like the mermaidy theme in here, but I feel like it's not too much, hopefully. I like it. I'm happy with how this turned out. I also pulled together the water balcony out here with a fountain. Here it is going in live mode. I thought it would be a really peaceful spot to just come and chill, maybe read a book, do some studying. So we're officially done with this floor, and now we're ready to go downstairs. And I think we're gonna go in the same order again today. Let's start off with the fire signs. So I think I want to start off over here with the Sagittarius. And for the Sagittarius, the comments were saying they wanted to see a ton of items from their adventures, like trinkets, collectibles, souvenirs. They wanted cozy, cluttered, and many items from different projects, hobby items. I also saw maybe like a grunge theme could work, and the color to represent Sagittarius is purple. I absolutely love the idea of having a whole bunch of travel items. And this one was really funny because it was so specific, like in the comments. The Sagittarius had it down to like the items that they wanted. Like I saw this trunk requested like a few times. So we've got the werewolf's trunk there. I think I actually want to add a desk, and I was thinking about adding this one here from high school years. It has like a purpley swatch. We can add a computer over here. Maybe the sim is a gamer, but I was thinking this one specifically because we can add a whole bunch of trinkets on here, and we're picturing the sim picking them up on their travels. So we could have like these little trinkets here from growing together. We can give them maybe a speaker here. Maybe they love music. And I think I also want to give them some of the art clutter that we did in the Pisces room. And I think we need a few skill items in here. So we already know they're a gamer. Maybe we could add like a guitar for them. I think I'm going to give them a TV in their bedroom. And underneath we could do a bookshelf, and that's going to open the opportunity to give them a gaming console. So two different options there for that. And I was thinking this rug here from high school years could look really cool under the desk. This one I could see with the vinyls on the wall. I always want to find ways to use these lights here from City Living. So I'm gonna try and use those. And I think City Living also has another picture. Like this could be cool in here too. Also, to represent their travels, we could grab the cork board, and with debug turned on, we can grab all of these postcards. So we're gonna fill this thing up with like all of these. There's some from My First Pet stuff. This sim is just on a mission to go all around the world, and clearly they're doing pretty well at it. I like that this room doesn't seem to have really a designated style per se. They kind of have the attitude that they want to fill their room with things that they love. This sim doesn't really care to fit in any type of box. Their style is very much just things that they like to collect, things that are important to them, bring them joy. All right, so this is how our Sagittarius room ended up like. I really like this one. I feel like the story behind the sim who lives here is really cool. This sim knows that there is a lot to life. There's a lot out there to discover, and they are not about to restrict themselves to one style, one hobby. They're trying to get out there and experience as much of life as they possibly can, and their bedroom is a reflection of that. Definitely one of my favorites today, and with that, we're ready to move on to the Leo. So for a Leo, one thing I saw over and over again was they wanted to see a lot of mirrors. That was like the most common Leo comment that I saw. We wanted warm colors like orange, browns, gold, and yellow, maybe like a maximalist style, and I also saw a lot of boho. I think the wallpaper I'm going with is from My Wedding Stories, but I'm gonna combine it. There's a yellow and an orange swatch, and I feel like it would look really cool if we did both. And I found these really pretty pictures, which I think are gonna look so good behind my bed. These are again from Banshee HVO, and since the Leo is ruled by the sun, I found this one too. So we've got like the sun peeking through, maybe some mountains. We're going to frame these just with a base game frame. I'm just shrinking them a little bit and putting them like right behind. And then maybe for my bed, we could use this one here from Discover University. I might use these tables here from Vintage Glamour, a high school year's dresser over there, and the date range for Leos fall right in the heart of summertime. So I'm kind of picturing like a sunset. Like this could be a really cool addition. And okay, as per the Leo's request, we need a ton of mirrors. I'm gonna bring in this one. I actually really like decorating with mirrors in The Sims 4. So when I saw this, I was low-key kind of excited. Like I can do that. Ooh, these would be pretty to decorate. These are from the Oasis Courtyard kit. I think I'm gonna add another dresser over here, maybe with some comfy chairs. Ooh, and also what about those horse ranch tapestries? Like these, I'm pretty sure there are some sun like patterns on here. Oh yeah, that one, it kind of matches the pictures we just put up. It's interesting to see all of the different styles in here. Like I was worried that with making 12 bedrooms, there could be some overlap, but I feel like I'm not really seeing that in here. The styles are pretty distinct. I don't think I want to go overly messy in here. I might just add maybe a couple more plants, maybe a bar cart over here. Oh, and I think actually Vintage Glamour does have that little lion thing. Okay, this is definitely going in here, obviously. So we have our Leo room. I really like the color scheme in here. Those pictures are totally bringing it together. I added a microphone as a skill item. I picture them maybe being like a comedian. Maybe they're very charismatic. They're practicing their speech. This is what it looks like over on this side. We have a ton of mirrors everywhere. And we've got a little comfy spot over here too, where you could sit, maybe hang out, have some people over. And we're ready to move on from the Leo to the final fire sign, which is going to be the Aries. This is kind of ironic because the Aries is actually like the first sign. Going a little out of order here today. But for the Aries, a lot of things I saw in the comments were similar to the Sagittarius, a lot of hobby items. They said they tend to try a lot of things, but maybe don't commit all the time. They wanted dark colors, dark lighting, lots of creative things, and typically the Aries is associated with red. So I'm thinking we're gonna go in with this red here from the Oasis Courtyard kit, but we're gonna rely heavily on our lighting. I'm gonna actually delete it altogether for now, and I'm gonna try and decorate with like a dark red. So turning on my red color filter, like I was thinking this bed here maybe from Growing Together, and I know High School Years has a lot of really dark red items, which will look very pretty in here. Like we've got these chairs here and this end table, and I think we also have a dark red lamp. We could just rely on like lamp lighting in here. Like maybe we use some of these up here from Growing Together, and I was thinking about making a big shelf over the door. And then underneath there, there's a mirror from the basement kit. It's this one here, and it has a bunch of canvases around it. Maybe these can be abandoned projects from our Aries. Aries can also sometimes be energetic, so I'm gonna add a few like fitness items around here, like the headphones, soccer ball. Maybe they use them often, or maybe the reason why they're up here on the shelf is because they don't get used. The thought was there though. So we got some skill items over there, and then I had this idea. Going off of the abandoned hobby thing, what if we added a chess table, like in between these two chairs, so not functional. It was functional at one time, but now they use it as a table to support their new hobby, which is little plants. I feel like an Aries tends to be a very fun sign. Maybe we could give them a dartboard. I'll add the matching deep red dresser over here. Maybe leaning into the athletic vibe, we could add some like rock climbing gear or even some ski stuff over here. Could be an active hobby, could be abandoned. And okay, this is our Aries room. We've got a lot going on in here, but it feels like organized chaos a little bit. There are tons of hobby items in here, like we've got this camera camera up here. I added a music book. There's also like some games over here by the bed, and I added a violin, some craft items there too. We got a little bit of everything. They're willing to try as much as possible. Might not stick to it though, which is fine. I feel like I relate to that too. For the fire sign balcony, I kept it pretty simple. I added the outdoor fireplace from Snowy Escape, cozy seating area with a guitar. All right, we're done with the fire signs. We're finally ready to move on to the air signs. And I think we're gonna start over here with the Gemini. So Geminis wanted eclectic styles, a variety of interests. They said their aesthetic is always changing. So we're gonna see like a mishmash of styles. Kind of makes sense since the Gemini is represented by the twins. We're gonna see like two different kind of ideas in here. And the color that goes with Gemini is apparently yellow. So I immediately thought for Gemini that I wanted to split the room in half. I want to do one side of the room in all black, and the other side of the room is going to be more light, more of like that pastel kind of style that we saw in the common room. And then I'll try and combine the two styles somehow. So first of all, I found this rug here with some clouds on it, perfect for our air sign. I want to do like an all black bed, like maybe this one here from Dream Home Decorator with some black end tables on the side. So we can see this side so far is going to be very moody, kind of like a darker aesthetic with the yellowy orange. But on this side, we're going to bring together some pink. It's going to be kind of the opposite of that. I want to bring in some pink chairs. So make like a seating area right here. We can add a bookshelf in this nook. And I was thinking about adding a bunch of collectibles in here. And we want, again, a variety of different interests. So I'm going to add some like beauty things, but maybe they also have a bit of a nerdy side. We could add some like collectible cards. Oh, we should add all the air sign ones. Wait, these are from kids room stuff. And I think there are elemental ones. So this is definitely a air sign. I think so is this one. Those are so cute. I love that little detail. I'm going to add a mirror here, and now I'm going to try and combine these two themes. So maybe we could add in some pink lights over here from high school years. Maybe the sim is also into like movies. So I'm going to add a variety of different genres here. Maybe we can also give them the trunks with a record player on it. Oh, the heart lamp over here could be cute. You know what I could see in here? And I am not judging because this is also me. This person is into movies, reading, and maybe some like fantasy things. Maybe they tend to get lost in those worlds sometimes, and maybe parts of their personality or how they're feeling that day could be influenced by that, which again, sometimes I leave the movie theater feeling like a whole new person, so I get it. I really wanted to use the yin yang rug in here, but something about this rug, I don't know, I feel like it looks like it was drawn and like it's like pixelated or something, but like I feel like this would be so cool in here. This one ended up being a very cool one. I feel like it's very unique, but I feel like we combined the two pretty well. We've got a bit of a darker theme over there. We've got more of like a pastel vibe, but then together with the decor on each side, I feel like it kind of pulls it together a bit. Okay, we're moving on from Gemini over to Aquarius. And for the Aquarius, you guys wanted to see an eclectic style, cozy homebody vibes, but with an out there kind of aesthetic. We want to see artistic. I also saw gaming could be a theme, and the Aquarius has a blue color scheme. So as I mentioned before, the Aquarius are kind of like the rebels of the Zodiac. When I was building the common area for the air signs, I knew that I wanted to take a totally different approach with the Aquarius bedroom specifically. So for my bed, I really want to use this one here. I feel like it is a heart shape, but it could also pass as like a cloud shape. I want to do a really funky rug, like maybe one of these ones. Actually, what about this one, but we size it up? I wanted to have a different skill item in here than the rest of the house. I was thinking like a DJ booth, but it might be kind of big. A full-on DJ booth in the bedroom would be kind of crazy. I might try it, and I was also thinking if we can't fit it, maybe we can do a keyboard instead. I want to add graffiti on the walls, maybe like that one. I think a mirror like this over here could be cool, maybe in that swatch. I'm gonna add some blue high school years tables, maybe with these pictures here from Tiny Living. Oh, this guitar in blue could be cool over here from Werewolves. Maybe I'll actually add them over by the mirror. I feel like we have a lot of creatives like living in this house, and this is definitely like the cool punk like musician. I'm gonna also add a dresser over here with I think like an old TV on top. We'll add a couple consoles here. Oh, and what about the trunk table from Moschino? Like this one here, maybe the one with stickers on it, like that. We could put some record storage on there, maybe like some of these. I could picture the sim maybe being in a band. They love it for the social aspect, but they also take their craft very seriously. So we have our Aquarius bedroom. This is so cool. I'm having such a hard time picking a favorite today. We definitely have the funky like out there style, clearly a big musical influence in here, and I'm so happy we got that DJ booth. Definitely weird, definitely out there, but I like it. It's very unique. All right, we have one more to go, which is going to be the Libra. And for the Libras, I saw a lot of comments saying they wanted to see a balance between clutter and neatness. I saw people saying they put everything they love on display, so like candles, books, pretty things. And we're gonna see a lot of pinks, green, and blue. And I'm probably gonna focus on the pastel here. So I was thinking of building out a closet and maybe using some big like glass doors, something very pretty like that, or even something like this here from Get Famous. So you would open the doors, be able to grab all your stuff. We'll add some shelving and put some clothes up on display. But even though everything is like away in its place, it's also going to be a tad bit messy. So we've got some stuff folded here, but it's folded a little bit messily. Maybe we got some magazines in here, same thing, like they're put away in their place, but they're just kind of stacked there. So there we go. We've got our closet, all our stuff tucked back in there. And for the bed, I was thinking either of this one here or maybe the one from Modern Luxe. Maybe we'll try that one. I surprisingly haven't used these High School Years lights yet in here, so I think I have to do it for our Libra. And I want it to be very like dreamy in here. Ooh, this could be really pretty. This mirror here from Get Famous. Maybe this desk over here from Paranormal. But I think I'm gonna have that act more as like a vanity. I'm gonna give them the everyday clutter mirror so they can sit there, do their makeup. They can also maybe have the heart chair. Libras tend to be very romantic. Ooh, we could give them maybe some cute little hearts here from High School Years. Just a few. I don't want to go overboard. Again, we're thinking balance, which is ironically something I'm not very good at. Actually, I think we have a scale. Oh, we do. This is perfect for Libra. I'm gonna put it right up above my vanity. Oh, and maybe in there I can raise up some candles. So I'll raise up like some of these and I can change the color. Cute. That's so random. That is something I never would have discovered without this. And I also saw that green could work well for a Libra. So I wonder if I can mix some of that in somehow. Okay, wait, I found these pictures here. These are from Holy Schmo Wow on the gallery. And I think this can be how we tie in a little bit of green. Green represents balance, so it makes sense why we would see some green in here. I also think we could maybe put some of these plants here on display. Maybe this dresser here from Parenthood could work. And I'm also gonna raise up this mirror here from Growing Together behind the dresser. I'm trying to find some of the pink and green clutter to pull this area together. Ooh, and these poofs here from the movie Hangout Pack. I'm gonna add a couple of those. They kind of look like clouds. All right, so here is our Libra bedroom all finished. I added a shelf over here with a bunch of flowers on it, which I thought made it look so pretty. I knew I wanted to go with like a very pretty aesthetic for the Libra bedroom, and bringing in the florals I think really brought it. Over to this side here, we have our cozy poof area with some plants, our closet hiding away in there with some mess, but it's contained. And that is it for our final air sign here. And over here for the air signs, I wanted one of them to have a telescope. So for their balcony, I added a telescope, a cozy seating area with some candles. I also pulled together the back area with a pergola, a dining space, a bunch of seating, and up on the balconies, I just added a few more activities, including some keg stands, because this is a sorority after all. So that is it for this massive build. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll link any of the other Zodiac related videos that I have down below. I actually did an entire apartment series a long time ago, so I'll link that down there, as well as the other part to this video and the cast challenge I did. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.